CMS text align left text align left CMS text align center text align center CMS text align right text align right CMS magazine styles small caps font T variant small caps CMS playbook style rubric color pound B 70,000 font weight bold font family sans serif Republican Senate candidates in need of the do Donald Trump Sheen and their re-election bids are seeking out the one person who shares the president's bloodline and initials, Donald Trump Jr. Absent a visit from the president himself, a fundraiser or event with Trump Jr. is fast becoming red state Republican hopefuls' favorite way to boast Trump's support. So while his sister Ivanka worked to pull strings in the White House, Trump Jr. logged half a dozen rallies and fundraisers this spring and is planning to add more to the books, according to a source close to him headlined a fundraiser in Montana that raised more than $130,000 for Met Rosedale. The state auditor challenging Senator's story continued below this past Friday. Trump Jr. John Tester, before giving the keynote address at the state GOP's annual dinner, the president's 40-year-old son, who remains a focus of special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation, is using the trip to establish a political identity independent of his father's. It's fueling speculation that Hess eyeing elected office himself someday, though Ali say Hess happy serving as a liaison to his father's base during the run-up to 2020 and building out a non-candidate role in Republican politics. I think he's becoming an independent force. Patrick Morrisey, the West Virginia Attorney General who is challenging Sin, campaigned with Morrisey in early June and will host a fundraiser for him in New York City next month. Trump Jr. Joe Manchin said in an interview, "This is a strong speaker, a wonderful human being, and as people come to know him, they're going to say, this guy is pretty impressive in his own right," Morrisey said. Morrisey was so excited to have Trump Jr. rally voters in his state that he encouraged the entire Trump family to move to West Virginia, or at a minimum buy vacation homes in the state. "You can stay here from now until the election if you like," Morrisey said. "Sir, you are welcome to come back." Morning SC or newsletter, your guide to the permanent campaign, weekday mornings in your inbox. Email sign up/form. By signing up you agree to receive email newsletters or alerts from Politico is likely to continue the pace. Trump Jr. You can unsubscribe at any time. He also spoke by phone last week with Mike Brown, the Republican nominee challenging Senator Joe Donnelly in Indiana, according to the source close to Trump Jr., and plans to hold events in he state in the coming weeks. He'll also be in Florida to campaign for gubernatorial hopeful Ron DeSantis, whom the president just endorsed on Twitter, and for Representative Matt Gaetz, one of Trump's most high-profile defenders in the House. Trump Jr. plans to focus on fundraising this summer, but he plans to do more public campaign events through the fall. The source close to him said he is paying closest attention to Senate races in Montana, West Virginia, Indiana, and Missouri, all top Republican targets that Trump won handily in 2016. The money events are sometimes lavish. Long Island businessman Stephen Luro said he expects to draw 500 people to his Long Island home for an August bash for Representative Lee Zeldin featuring Trump Jr. A Beatles cover band will entertain guests and celebrities, including former New York Giants football players Otis O.J. Anderson and Stephen Baker will attend. Tickets will sell for between $300 for a single person to $5,000 for a sponsorship, Luro said. For Trump Jr., who spends the bulk of his time running the Trump business, politics is still a side job, but his usefulness as part of his father's political machine has been apparent since the 2016 election. Trump Jr. broke onto the national stage with his combative tweets and bonded with rural voters over their shared passion for hunting. "I'm the son of a billionaire from New York City, and I have much more of a Montana platform than the senator," said in Montana on Friday, according to the Associated Press, referring to Tester, the senior senator from the state. Trump Jr., a spokesman for Tester's campaign, shot back without criticizing Trump Jr.'s saying the Democratic senator has had 16 pieces of legislation signed into law by the president and dismissing Rosendale as an East Coast developer. As the elder Trump slowly moves toward his re-election campaign, Trump Jr.'s maintenance with his base serves to help his father organize for his 2020 re-election bid. A former senior Trump campaign aide said, "The grassroots is the foundation of the Trump base, and Don Jr. Trump Jr. is an asset with the grassroots," said the aide. Was also active in some key special elections for the party. In Pennsylvania, he attended 2 events with Republican Rick Saccone, who ultimately lost the Trump-friendly district to Democrat Conor Lamb. Last year, he did a handful of events for now Rep. Greg Jumper in Montana for a special election that Jon Fort won narrowly. The intensity and energy that he was able to deliver was critical to really creating the enthusiasm in that race, said Jason Thielman, chief of staff to Montana Republican Senator Steve Daines. Elections Trump Warren split screen of First sneak peek at 2020 campaign by David Siders. Democrats are skeptical that the president's eldest son will hold enough sway with voters to move the needle even in states the president won by overwhelming margins. One Montana Democrat, who requested anonymity to speak candidly, said Trump Jr. didn't make any noticeable difference in that special election. National Democrats feel similarly. Trump is Trump, said David Burstein, a spokesman for the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee. That includes Trump Jr. Democrats also argue there are downsides to having Trump Jr. Everybody else is not Trump. On the trail in Pennsylvania, Trump Jr.'s visit to a local ice cream shop was interrupted by questions about his meeting with a Russian lawyer in Trump Tower during the 2016 campaign. In West Virginia, he was asked about Russia again, with Morrissey at his side. Asked why his story about at the meeting had changed, Trump Jr. responded, "It doesn't at all. You can go look at the details in the transcripts." Trump Jr. has already shown his value as a fundraising draw. He was a guest at a 400-person event in November for Kansas gubernatorial hopeful Chris Kobach and at a Tony April gaffe airing in New York for congressional candidate Greg Pence. The event for Pence, hosted by Blackstone executive Wayne Berman and investor Tommy Hicks Jr., raised $100,000, according to the sources close to Trump Jr. In May, Trump Jr. appeared at a $500 per person fundraiser for Oklahoma gubernatorial candidate Todd Lamb, with whom he had bonded years earlier over their mutual hunting hobby. Attendees included former Devon Energy chairman Larry Nish, Olds and oil executive Harold Hamm, one of Trump's most enthusiastic megadonors, according to the Daily Oklahoman said at the event. The newspaper reported at the time, "I'm a big outdoorsman, Trump Jr., especially where I'm from it's sort of demonized, so I spent a lot of time down in this neck of the woods." This article tagged under House Senate midterms Chris Kobach 2018 elections 2018 Senate elections 2018 House elections Donald Trump Jr. G. Greg Jon Fort Patrick Morrissey Mike Brown West Virginia 2018 elections Indiana 2018 elections Kansas 2018 elections Montana 2018 elections Missing out on the latest scoops? Sign up for Politico Playbook and get the latest news, show comments every morning in your inbox.